Just sign it. Cassie's voice cut through the room like a blade wrapped in silk. Her attorney didn't look at me. He didn't have to. His pen hovered, patient, already certain of the outcome. I signed. The ink felt heavier than blood. I didn't argue. I didn't ask questions. I didn't look at her father sitting at the far end of the table, the same man who'd thrown red wine in my face during New Year's dinner and called me a filthy pig while his daughters laughed. I walked out. The door closed behind me with a sound too final to echo. The next morning, my phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. I ran a background check, the attorney said. His voice trembled, barely holding together. Cassie, who did you marry? I stared at the wall of my empty apartment, at the silence I'd bought with my signature, and smiled for the first time in years. For a decade, I'd been invisible on purpose. I built systems, companies, shells inside shells. I sacrificed birthdays, sleep, dignity, everything to buy a home that was never really a home. Cassie liked the money. She never liked the quiet. Her betrayal didn't arrive loudly. It crept in through details, the way her phone never left her hand, the way she stopped using my name, the way her father's contempt sharpened once the house was paid off, once I was no longer aspiring, only present. That night at dinner, when the wine hit my face, something crystallized. Cassie didn't defend me. She laughed. She enjoyed it. That was the moment I understood. I wasn't her husband. I was a placeholder, a bridge, a tool. She'd married stability, not a man. And now that her real life was ready, I was excess. I didn't confront her. I absorbed it, let it sink deep where anger becomes precision. I investigated myself the way I'd dismantled competitors for years, quietly. Phone records, a second line I didn't know existed, a shared cloud account she forgot to log out of, photos cropped too carefully, hotel mirrors, reflections she didn't notice, her father's business filings, his sudden liquidity, names repeating. Mine wasn't among them. I watched Cassie move through the house like an actress between takes. I kissed her goodnight. I smiled. I waited. The lawyer she hired never asked what I did for a living. He assumed. Everyone did. That was their first mistake. The report arrived at 3:17 a.m. I read it once, then again, then slowly to savor the geometry of the truth. Cassie wasn't cheating with a lover. She was laundering my silence. Her family had built their empire on money siphoned through my old infrastructure, companies I'd abandoned publicly but never dissolved. They thought I'd walked away weak. They never checked who still owned the back doors. I printed the report. At breakfast, I slid it across the table. "What's this?" she asked. "Your life," I said. Her face collapsed inward. Years of confidence evaporated in seconds. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. The divorce was finalized in 12 minutes, not because of threats, because of fear. The attorney learned quickly. So did her father. Accounts froze. Partners vanished. Investigations bloomed quietly, efficiently. I didn't take the house. I took everything that made it possible. Cassie begged once, not for love, for mercy. I gave her clarity. "You never married a man," I told her. "You married a contingency." I walked away while she was still trying to understand the sentence. I live alone now. Not lonely, alone. The house is gone. The silence remains. It fits me better than marriage ever did. Sometimes I think about the wine on my face, the laughter, the chair beneath my hands as I restrained myself. I don't feel anger anymore, only accuracy. They thought I was weak because I stayed quiet. They never understood. I was listening, and now there's nothing left to hear.